Today we're going to look at properties of real numbers and algebraic expressions. The first property is called commutative. Just like if you were commuting to work, you would go back and forth. Let's take an algebraic expression with two terms. Let's take the expression x plus 3. An algebraic expression, let's remember, has no equal sign. It has variables, numbers, and an operator, in this case plus. So let's let x equal 5. Then this expression, x plus 3, becomes 5 plus 3 because I substituted 5 in for the x. Now we could put equals 8 here, but we don't want to write like that. That's horizontal. We actually want to start writing vertically in mathematics, so I'm going to take this out and write the equals underneath the other one and say this equals 8. If we switch the terms, alright, so that I have something that looks like 3 plus x, I switch the terms. So what are terms? These are parts of the expression that are separated by a plus or a minus. Right? Terms are always separated by addition or subtraction. Again, let x equal 5. Now I have 3 plus x is equal to 3 plus 5, which again equals 8. And we say that we have x plus 3 is equivalent to 3 plus x. And in this case, I would say something like 3 and x commute under addition. In other words, they go back and forth. It doesn't matter the order in which I write them. The commutative property also holds true for multiplication. Note that 3 times 7 is equal to 7 times 3. If I get an answer, so I'm going to say this is true, commutative property also holds for multiplication. Okay, let's say I get an answer, say we get x times 5 as an answer to a problem. We would write x times 5, but that, because of the commutative property, is 5x. And this is normally how we would write the answer because it just looks better. Both are correct, but normally the variable comes after the constant or the coefficient. The next property we have is called the associative property. Right? With the commutative property, we needed two parts, two things. With the associative property, we need 3. And I'm going to say 3 things. You'll see what they are here. Things. So let's say we have 2 plus 3. And they're associating together. So we'll say, all right, those two are together. And then I'm going to add 5. Right, this is the same, it's equivalent, or it equals 2 plus 3 times 3 plus 5. And you can try that out. You can see that these two are in fact the same thing. This 3 is at first associating with the 2, and now it's associating with the 5. Notice it's just these parentheses that move. And actually, in addition, if I just have straight numbers, like 2 plus 3 plus 5, with no grouping, no parentheses, then I would just add left to right. Right? The same is also true for multiplication. For example, 2 times 3 multiplied by 4 is going to be the same thing as 2 times 3 times 4. It's just a matter of kind of where the pause is there. So let me do an example of these two ideas together. 2x times 8. Now I know I can use the associative rule, move the 2 outside and group the x times 8. So this is the associative property. But remember, we don't write x times 8. We prefer to write 8 times x. And that was the commutative. Associative is kind of like going to a party and deciding which group you're going to associate with. We form things into different groupings. Commutative is just a matter of going back and forth, either writing it x times 8 or 8 times x. But then I can reassociate these, and I can say, well, this is 2 times 8 times x. So again, we're going to use the associative again. But 2 times 8 is 16. Don't need the parentheses, right? And that is basically a simplified version of 2x times 8. Good. In the next video, we'll look at the distributive property and combining like terms, simplifying expressions.